when you first come into the house, among many other things, you're going to be asked to do a goals sheet. And I know, depending on the situation of you coming in, right, like the status of your life, we've seen all different types. But this might not be something that seems like a priority to you or important, but it is. It's more important than you can imagine. There's a book by Napoleon Hill called Outwitting the Devil, which has an amazing perspective on this. There's something that they reference in there called a drifter, right? A status of people. Drifters do not have a vision or a set goal, right? They just kind of go with the wind, and it's actually a very dangerous, very destructive way to live your life, right? You can't hit a target that you don't have. So to the contrary of being a drifter that can be influenced in many different directions, if you have a vision for your life and a direction, if you are able to start that practice right now, that's what we're trying to do, to develop good habits, right? This is one of many. That's the key. That's the key to your salvation. That is the secret sauce to your happiness, to overcoming this place in life that you're in right now, right? Good habits, replacing bad habits. So right off the bat, even though you don't understand, like, why would I be writing out goals, dude? I just don't want to die today. I don't want to drink today. I don't want to use today. Like, that's it. Okay, well, you have to expand your thinking past that a little bit. Maybe it takes a week or two for you to settle in, no problem. You know, like, it doesn't have to be day one. But you have got to start envisioning a life for you. What is that? You have to create your life, or life will happen to you. It's one or the other, right? So start forging that path. What is it? As you get more recovery, you will feel things drawing you to them. It takes a little while. I mean, I don't know when it will be, but it will hit you clear as day. I want to do this. I feel like I should do that. It could be a family. It could be a business. It could be, health related. It could be, a career path. It could be anything. So, listen to that and then put into words what you would like to happen. Put on writing what you would like to happen. Put it on paper. I'm going to give you an example. When I got a divorce a couple years ago, devastating for me. It was really, really one of the most difficult things that I've ever been through for many reasons, and I've been through a lot, but it was hard. And rather than going to the destructive behaviors that I am very capable of, I know that helping others, sponsees, save me. Sponsees save me. And time again, I happened to start getting calls, go figure, coincidentally, from sponsees at this time in my life, right? So in addition to that, it just hit me out of nowhere that I wanted to start a sober living. And with that, a program in addition to it, like, a bunch of other stuff, but I just like, and I started talking about this with my daughter who, she and I had, it's a long story, but, I'm taking her to school, living with my mom, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life at 42 years old, because I just got kicked out of my house that I built for 7 years. And, we're having this discussion. I'm like, I'm talking about it. I would love to have a sober life. I'm getting excited. I'm feeling emotion with it, because the more people I can help, the better for me. It keeps me out of trouble. That is the secret for me. That's why it says in the big book, nothing ensures long-term recovery like helping other alcoholics, right? And that's my experience. So when something bad and tragic happens, that's what I do. It's what I go to literally to save my life. And putting that into words set in motion certain things, certain elements in the universe, through people, through God, whatever you want to call it, this miraculous process that I'm trying to articulate to you right now got set in motion. And there was a guy that came up to me, an old sponsee of mine from many years ago, who said, hey, my dad's got a couple of properties in town. Would you be interested in, doing the sober living thing? Now, I ended up not doing that with him. He was way more profit driven than I was interested in. And it just didn't feel right, but that same thing trickled into conversation with my brother, who has the same motives and the same desire to help people, the true pure motivations that I have, that we share the same. And he's the brother that helped me get sober. So he said, hey, hold off on me and I'll get a property. He's got the money. I have no money. You don't have to have money to allow yourself to think of doing something that's just might seem like, how on earth could I do it, you know? But I allowed myself to have this vision, and ultimately my brother said, dude, just give me some time and I'll do it. And he ended up buying a house, and we did it. We opened, you know, it's like, I have to pinch myself sometimes. We have this amazing program, especially in, you know, anyways, okay, beyond that, here's the deal. Your goals now versus what you might start feeling coming towards you over time are very different. So it's important that you revisit your goals, right? But start it now. Just get in the habit. Do it now, as ugly and simple as it is right now. I just want to, you know, not shit myself today. Whatever. I understand you're in a different state of being day one off the streets or out of a rehab than you are 12 years, right, sober. So I'm joking. Thus far, to my knowledge, no one's shit themselves in the house. But, you know, you get the point. I want to get a job today. I want to wash my clothes. I want to, like, make my bed. I want to, you know, whatever, you know, get through the steps, hit my meetings, you know, those little things are okay. And then, you know, your goals will expand over time, right, into other areas. Be careful what you write down. Your subconscious does not know the difference between do and don't. So if you say, I don't want to be a loser, I don't want to suck, you know, I don't want to be mean. What you just said is you suck, you're a loser, and you're mean, right? There's an example I've given in baseball where I was so afraid to strike out, I would get up to the plate in high school and like, don't strike out, don't strike out. I had a mean coach that scared the shit out of me, and I'd get up there and I'd strike out every time, right? And then I finally got to the point where I quit the team, went back on, and said, you know, I love hitting the ball. It's a long story. I got a whole other video about it. But my mentality, the last 2 games of my high school baseball career, I finally said, you know what, I was over it. I got rid of the fear, and I got up to the plate, and I remembered that I love hitting the ball, and I couldn't wait, and I was excited, and I felt emotion with it. And what do you think I did? Last 2 games were phenomenal. Went 4 for 4, just had great games. And so that's the mindset as you're planning out your life, as you're writing it down, putting it into words, putting it into writing. These things will happen for you. It is an amazing, amazing process. All right. I guess that's all I have. There seems like there's one other thing I wanted to get across, and I can't remember what it is, but I hope this helps you. All right? Do it. All right? Thanks. Bye.